We just got done watching. I'm not sure how long it was. I'm sure it was. Well, probably close to an hour or so. Gavin Syme went to the jail in front of where they are holding Josh Martinez, and he showed a pretty incredible display of courage. He stood alone. He stood alone. Now remember, I said those words because it's going to be important at the end of this. Folks, we have to drop our differences. We have to. We have to. Good people, wonderful people are suffering. And they will suffer until we can get our acts together and get along well enough to be able to ensure their release, their safety, their well-being. That's on us. Gavin spoke a lot about Scripture tonight, and I think it plays an important part. Gavin spoke about the 6 things that God hates. I think that is very important. But I think the overall underlying message is that we have to do this together. Gavin ended by saying it would have been different if there would have been 1,000 people there instead of just him. And I tend to agree with that. I completely agree with that. In fact, I've gone on to say here not that long ago, probably within this past week if I'm not mistaken, that we have to change the way that we do things. Marching down the street, holding signs, repeating chants over and over and over is not going to work. The only thing that accomplishes is those that are in control gets a hell of a good laugh. Doesn't change anything. When I spoke about that, I spoke about Occupy Wall Street and the hundreds of thousands of people. Let me repeat that. The hundreds of thousands of people that were camped out for months in public parks. Anybody tell me what that changed? The only thing that changed was laws to prevent the hundreds of thousands of people from being able to do that again. Folks, that is where I think the first free speech zones appeared. I'm not aware of any place. Oh, well, I guess Bunkerville might have been before that. I'm not sure. I would have to go back and look. I actually know. I take that back. I don't believe Bunkerville was before Occupy Wall Street. I firmly believe that was the first of the First Amendment zones, which, oddly enough, and this is just how ironic and sick these people are, that free speech zone, that First Amendment zone, was on the steps of Freedom Hall in New York City. And you don't think they are laughing at us? My God. We're nothing but peasants to them. And I guarantee you, alone, we hang. We have to get it together. We have to love one another whether or not we like each other. There's a difference. There's a big difference. We don't have to like each other. It is important that we love each other. And that doesn't mean be bus buddies and go out for a few beers. That just means that we understand that one another is a human being, and under God, that is of utmost importance. Like I said, I'm going to end tonight on a little bit different way, a little bit different note than what I normally do, and I think this will really sum up everything. I think this might help people make a little more sense of the words that I'm saying, of the words that Gavin's trying to say. I hope it will. If this don't ring any bells in your head, if it doesn't show you how important it is that we stick together, then I can't help. God, I can't help. If this doesn't show it, I don't know what else will. So as usual, I'm going to go ahead and say my good nights now, and the broadcast will end when this ends. And please stay around to the end. Those of you that have seen it, and I would assume that most of you probably have, probably knows what's in the second part of this. And it's one of the most important messages that we could have right now. And, in my opinion, it's from some pretty important people. So with that, we do love you all. We really do. We wouldn't do this if we didn't. And I do hope that God blesses you all. And I hope that you would be one with your spirit, the Lord's Spirit. I hope everybody has a good night. And I hope you understand what I'm trying to say with this.
Hello everyone, this is Leroy Finicum with One Cowboy Stand for Freedom. Love being out here. Don't have a cell phone. It's peaceful. Yeah, you know, I feel like when I'm out here that all's well, all's right, nothing's wrong, no worries. And I love this life out here. But it doesn't take too much to see that dark storm clouds are gathering. And we really need to open our eyes if they're not already open. We need to take care of those we love. We need to have our houses in order. We need to have our relationships in order. We never know how many days we have upon God's green earth here. And we need to make the best of each and every one of them. Rebellion against tyranny is a righteous cause. So there you have it. That's exactly how I feel. It's good to read and hear other people that feel the same way. The way I do the math, I think there's about 50 million Americans out there that love freedom as much as I do. They're willing to put their lives on the line, their fortunes, their sacred honor, as our founding fathers did in the beginning. Because the conflict that's building, the storm clouds that are gathering, are over this very same issue. Will man be free, or must he be coerced? And me, for one, I'm going to live my remaining days as a free man. Maybe long, maybe short. But I'm going to live as a free man. Leave us alone. Don't bother us. Let us raise our families. Let us enjoy this land upon which we live. Let us be free to make our own choices. It's a great land. It's a great country. I'm going to live as a free man. I invite you to stand up, defend the Constitution, the rights that are guarded by this document. Stand for freedom. Stand for the Constitution. Hello everyone, this is Leroy Finicum. I think I'm pretty upset this evening. I've been going since 5 this morning. I'm headed out, taking a load of cows out to my winter range. I'll be back sometime tonight in the dark. But I've been following what's happening over in Bend, Oregon with that ranching family over there, the Hammond family. And I'm pretty upset with what the BLM has done to them. Actually, I'm really angry. They had a prescribed burn that was allowed. Got off onto 100 acres, burned 100 acres of BLM. Just rangeland, you know, 100 acres. They'll come back just as green next year as ever. They threw him in jail. They fined him tremendous amount of fines. And now it looks like they're facing 5 more years in prison. These are real lives. These are real people. And by dang, I'm angry about it. America, how long are we going to put up with this type of stuff? You know, it's time to stop. You know, here in this area, BLM's good to the ranchers here. They don't have a problem here out on the strip. Some good, decent people there. But the question isn't, are they doing good? The question is, should they have the power to do good? If they've got the power to do good, they got the power to do bad. If they got the power to help, they have the power to destroy. They shouldn't have the power, period. Because look what they're doing over to that family, the Hammond family. It's outrageous. I'm pretty dang angry about it. I'd like to use a lot stronger language, but my daughters and my wife will probably watch this, and my mom, and so I'll refrain. But dadgummit, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. BLM, here I am. You want to pick on somebody? Come pick on me. My cows are out here. You tell me you got to get them off. I'm not taking them off. You know, you want to play those antics with other people, harass them, destroy their lives? Well, here I am. You come pick on me. Come on, pick on me. And I'm not going anywhere. By darn, it's time somebody stands up and tells you, go fly a kite. Well, I'm kind of upset, as you can tell. Got a lot to do before I go home and get some dinner tonight, so we'll catch you later. Bye.
Are you going to agree? Our freedoms are waning and we'll lose our liberty, slipping one by one until there's nothing left to see. Are you willing to stand with me? Are you just going to let it be? The ranchers are first, but brother, next it may be me. We all stand together or we'll hang separately. Are you going to the tree? Are you willing to be free? It won't get any easier to regain lost liberty. Strange things are happening in this land that once was free. So brother, I ask you, are you going to stand by me?